Todd Young Online presents Young Tales. Tales for the young and the young at heart. Today's story, Bulfinch's Mythology, the story of Dionysus. Dionysus, the god of wine, ecstasy, and divine madness, was the son of Zeus and Semele, a mortal princess of Thebes. Hera, Zeus's jealous wife, could not bear the infidelity. Disguising herself as Barol, Semele's elderly nurse, she sowed doubt in the girl's heart. How can you be sure your lover is truly the king of the gods? Urged by Hera's deception, Semele demanded that Zeus reveal himself in his full divine form. Though Zeus begged her to withdraw the request, he was bound by an oath on the river Styx, the most sacred vow among the gods. When he appeared radiant with lightning and celestial fire, Semele was instantly consumed, her mortal body unable to withstand his glory. Yet her unborn child was saved. Zeus sewed the fetus into his thigh, and when the time came, Dionysus was born from his father's body, a god twice born. To protect the infant from Hera's wrath, Zeus entrusted him to the nymphs of Mount Nysa. They raised him in secret, and for their devotion they were later placed in the stars of the Hyades. Dionysus grew into a radiant youth and discovered the vine and the art of winemaking. But Hera, still vengeful, drove him mad, sending him on a long journey through Phrygia, Lydia, Thrace, and as far as India. In Phrygia, the goddess Rhea healed his madness and initiated him into her mysteries. Dionysus then began to spread his rites, a mixture of joy, frenzy, and divine possession wherever he went. He returned to Greece, but many cities resisted his new and unsettling worship. When Dionysus approached Thebes, the city of his mother, he demanded recognition of his divinity and the right to establish his rites. But the young king, Pentheus, son of Agave, the grandson of Cadmos, refused to honor him. He viewed the Bacchic rites as dangerous, disruptive, and immoral, especially the wild behavior of the Maenads, women possessed by the god's ecstatic power. Though seers and elders warned him not to oppose a god, Pentheus mocked Dionysus as a charlatan, forbade his cult, and ordered the arrest of its followers. Among the captives was Achates, a helmsman who once encountered Dionysus at sea. When brought before Pentheus, he calmly told his tale. While sailing near the island of Naxos, Achates and his crew came upon a beautiful boy asleep on the shore. Believing him a lost prince, they planned to sell him into slavery. Achates alone saw divinity in the youth and warned them. Ignoring him, the sailors brought the boy aboard. When they tried to sail away from Naxos, the ship halted mid-sea. Vines and ivy sprang up from the deck, flutes played by unseen hands, and the boy revealed himself as Dionysus. Terrified, the crew leapt overboard and were transformed into dolphins. Only Achates was spared, and Dionysus blessed him. Pentheus scoffed at the story and ordered Achates' execution, but the chains fell from his limbs, the prison doors opened, and he vanished. Determined to see the forbidden rites for himself, Pentheus disguised himself in women's clothing and ascended Mount Kintiron, where the Maenads were ecstatic in celebration. But Dionysus had already ensnared him in divine madness. As he spied on the rites, the Maenads included his mother, Agave, and his aunts, Ino and Autonone, saw him not as a man but as a wild beast, a lion or a boar. Crying out, "There, the monster!" Agave led the charge. The woman tore him limb from limb, believing they were slaying a beast in defense of their sacred grove. Only after the frenzy passed did Agave realize she held her son's head in her hands, and horror overtook her. With Pentheus destroyed and Thebes subdued, Dionysus established his cult throughout Greece. His rites, the wild and unsettling, offered ecstasy, freedom, and divine release, especially to those marginalized by society, women, outsiders, and the oppressed. And here's where we end for today. Young Tales is produced and narrated by Todd Young from Todd Young Online. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe and join us next time for another story. Thank you for your support.